Hey friends, welcome back. Today we are talking about my top 3 recommendations for safety apps that you can download and use to protect yourself as a real estate agent. So I'm talking about 3 ones that I use regularly. If this is your first time seeing me, my name is Sarah Messley. I've been selling properties in San Diego for 16 years. If you know anyone looking to buy or sell, I would love to help, but let's get into the safety aspect of it. If you've seen any of my videos on this general topic before, you probably know that I think mindset is huge and that it is important to set the expectation that this isn't necessarily a safe industry and that not everybody that you meet is going to be a safe person. And that is why I want to talk a little bit about apps. Honestly, the number of real estate agents that have been killed on the job is incredibly alarming. Whether it has been meeting people to show houses, open houses, new construction, I mean, you can look it up. There are quite a few of them. So let's specifically get into my recommendations for some apps today. And if you have any questions on the general topic, feel free to comment them below and I'm happy to answer them or make a whole separate video. Number 1 is going to be FOREWARN. FOREWARN is actually free through some of the Association of Realtors. And so if you're not sure if it's free through yours, you may want to give them a quick call and see, because otherwise it is a paid app. With FOREWARN, you are going to start by entering a phone number, and usually that would be if somebody contacts you, they're saying, oh, I found you online, I want to see a property, and you really don't know them, or you really can't even have a trail of knowledge of how did they find me? Oh, so-and-so who's an agent referred me because they sold a property and they recommended that I buy with you, right? So especially if you're just getting some random lead online, you're going to start by just entering the phone number. It is going to give you a name, and that can be helpful, at least as a start, to verify that it's the same name that they are giving you, because that's not always going to be the case. And then it can tell you a criminal record if there is one. I personally have had showing requests come up from people that I didn't know, only to see that they were registered sex offenders. I was able to kind of see some details. And you can use your judgment about, do I want to show this property to this person or not? That's up to you. It's all about your personal safety. I do want to say, though, that just because a person comes up with no criminal record, or FOREWARN doesn't necessarily find something on them, does not mean that they're a safe person or that you should let your guard down. So keep that in mind. Okay, the second app that I recommend that I personally use and pay for is the Citizen app. It is not super expensive, and Citizen works very differently than FOREWARN, and that's why I recommend it as my number 2 app, because I use them together. I use them both. So for FOREWARN, we're entering people, deciding if they are a person that I'm willing to meet. And then with Citizen, we are becoming more aware of what's going on in the area. So Citizen will warn you of several different things. It will tell you of accidents and traffic situations, because obviously we're in our car a lot and we're driving a lot. It will also tell you of crime that has just occurred in the neighborhood. It does work wherever you travel in the United States, which is also really nice. But then in addition to basically area alerts so that you can be aware of what's going on in the area, it also has an entire section on sex offenders so that you can click over, you can see where they live, you can, for most of them, see a picture and see what they've done. And we do have to be really careful about what we share with our clients. At least in California, all we do is provide the website to Megan's Law, and we really can't be sending them hey, I just want you to know, here's the address of someone. Unfortunately, we have to be really careful. But I'm specifically talking in this video about protecting you as a real estate agent. So yes, you can have the knowledge, you can look up, am I going to a complex where there is going to be one next door? Or is the person who is wanting to meet me, have they, whatever they have done, right? I'm just saying, be aware. The third app that I recommend for real estate agents to have is the Life 360 app, which again works a little bit differently. So the things that I love on this app specifically are tracking, having your family be able to track you and vice versa, having the ability to set notifications when you arrive somewhere or when they arrive somewhere. And then there is a button that you can press on the platinum version, which is like an emergency SOS if you need safety. Those are not all of the options when it comes to safety apps for real estate agents or really for anybody. But those are my top three, and I like that they're all slightly different. Those are ones that I use on a regular basis. Let me know in the comments if there are some that you would add or recommend adding. And then, like I said, if you want a video all on mindset, tools that you can use to protect yourself, strategies that you can use at open houses, anything like that, just let me know. But in the meantime, I hope that you will subscribe, because I've been trying to be consistent at posting a long form video once or twice a week and short form videos regularly. I am working on growing this channel, so I do appreciate your support, and I'll see you in the next one.